Okay, hello. So, you might notice that I have been sitting a bit in the settings menu. Well, I noticed last time that we had significant stuttering in the game and like running at very low frame rates, and we still are. I can see a little frame rate counter. I don't think you guys can, but like even in the menu here, it's at 45. Uh, Now going up to 50 outside of the UI, 56, 58. Yeah, so sitting in the 50s. I tried to do a big calculated factory build with the Satisfactory tools, things and everything yesterday, but my brain can't math. Yes, so it works, but it's not on full efficiency. I get it, I get it. I went through a similar thing last stream of Satisfactory as well. It it's rough. Let me also remove the no, the stream starting thing is off. Good. So I've decided for my stream that because the game is lagging so much when I play it, I'm not gonna be running the stream actively on the side monitor, um, because that probably has an effect. And yeah, it definitely feels smoother this way, but the game is not as good looking, of course. Sadly, I just have an old PC that I built back in 2017. Um, that did get an updated graphics card like, what, 5 years ago maybe? Uh, so, yeah. Maybe less than that. It was it was during COVID, I think. Um, but yeah. Uh, Sadly, I'm not one of those streamers with unlimited budget that can have a gaming PC and a streaming PC. That would be nice. But either way, so where are we? What are we doing? Well, we are harvesting some nitrogen gas that we will use for the purpose of making thermal propulsion rockets that need cooling systems. These ones. The cooling systems will need nitrogen gas. This here. So that's why we're here. Um, and yeah, we simply have to send this. Why is this map so low resolution? Hello? Oh, there it goes. It loaded in. And yeah, from there, I don't know. We'll see. Thankfully, this is a gas, so we don't have to worry about head lift, according to Rob. So that's nice. So the idea will likely be to. Oh, hello, little guy. You're not friendly. You're not tamed. So we need to find a way to get this nitrogen gas where we need it to be. And that would be in this kind of direction, I guess. So what we could do is we could line it up. Oh, I have this bug again. I cannot remember how to fix that. The ping is right alt. Okay, good. So yeah, now it's fixed. I don't know. I had this bug one time before and it just gets stuck in like ping mode for whatever reason. So I have to press the ping button to make it work. To make me able to do anything with my left mouse button in the game. Okay, we can do a pipeline floor hole here, probably. And then we simply do a T-junction. We want to place you first. Okay. And then we T-junction so that we know that it's lined up. What? It only wants to line up if it's rotated down and up and even behind. But not here. What? This building system is sometimes not very good. What if I build you closer? No. What if I build a T-junction? Then you want to. Okay. Sure. I mean, it works. It's fine. The game just acts very weird sometimes. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. Other than struggling with math. Who doesn't? Okay, so we need to somehow how do we do this? Why are you not? Okay. So you cannot reach all the way down. Oh, I didn't mean to fall. But maybe I can do foundations here on the side, going down. And even further. Okay. And then let's go straight mode. Oh, my Twitch chat is going off the screen. Okay. Sure. And then horizontal to vertical. Fine. Then we can get rid of these. Nice. There we are. So that's the pipe going all the way up to this belt. I don't really know what this belt is. We'll find out as soon as we get up. Oh, I'm using solid biofuel. Definitely don't want to use that. Turbo fuel. Good. There we are. Okay. Hello, Hog. You could just leave me alone. That would be perfect. Let's see. So, this is the aluminum casing. That's fine. Good. Then we simply just go all the way with you in straight mode, I think. No. Then in horizontal to vertical, yeah. Sure. And now we can go straight. Okay. see. So, um, we have the oil somewhere over here, which will have iron as well. Hmm. So maybe we can meet up down here. That could be okay. I think. Oh. The game does feel a lot smoother now, but it also looks a lot worse. Sadly, I think it's just something that will have to be that way. So let's build a big platform and let's build it on top of here. So the highest point, kind of. You're running away. Good. Let's see. More explosives. Can also pick you up without issue. Nice. Okay, there we are. So let's build foundation on the highest point here. That's like here. Let's go suit mode. I always like building on the highest point because then I avoid the risk of clipping into the terrain, which cannot be destroyed. So yeah, I prefer it that way, I would say. Okay, let's blow these trees up here. We don't want nature getting in the way of our important business. Good. Let's see. There we are. I mean, that's a decently big platform. We could have more space even. I don't think we'll build more out to this side, so maybe we will meet you up with the pipes from here. Okay, then we fly up. Cool. Let's see, we can build you here. Okay, and then we want to be in the middle with the pipeline. Floor hole. So, like here. Sounds vertical works. Good. So, Plump, if you're still here, what is your big calculated factory? What is it making? My guess would be the basic iron resources. But maybe it's something else. Let's see, straight mode. You can also hold R to get into this menu, which is useful. Instead of just switching between them, we can select the actual one that we want. All the copper basics, as well as motors, stators, automated wiring, and so on. Okay, so you're a little further than I thought. Then, that's nice. Okay. The game feels so nice and smooth now, after these setting changes and not running the stream on the side. I think it was the right choice. It's definitely still not running perfectly, like it's floating around the 60s. So that's in the lower end of where I want it to be, right? Especially since I'm streaming at 60 frames per second also. It affects you guys. But yeah, it's good. Okay, let's get rid of you. Good. And then, let's see. We want to calculate the alumina, I think, for this. So let's start doing that. We want to make sloppy alumina. So right now we're making 250. Yeah, 250. 250. Okay. That's fine. So we need to make how much? Oh, hello, bread boy. I'm doing well. How's the factory today? Well, I just started. We're sending nitrogen gas towards this big platform that we'll be working on from now. Now I'm trying to figure out the sloppy alumina stuff. And congratulations on the 7-stream streak. That is a lot. You have been dedicated. I appreciate it very much. So with sloppy alumina, we don't even need the zinc, which will also be nice. I wonder the coupons. We have 40 coupons now. We should also have in here 73, so we have over 100 in stock, which is nice. I hope you're doing well. I saw that you were streaming Deep Rock Galactic. Hope you had a good time. I wanna check it out one of these days. I just have to find the time to go into the stream and see. Because I surprisingly don't know a lot about the game. I know more about the development of the game than the game itself. If that makes sense. So we need to make how much aluminum? I wanna also get to a point where I can actually see this. So for the turbo motors, we need nitrogen gas. That is handled. Then we need 60 aluminum casing. And that's it, I think. So it's not that expensive on aluminum. 60 aluminum casing requires 120. Is it a 1-to-1? It is not. So we need more than that. It's probably 90 to 60, I could imagine. Yeah, 90 to 60. Okay. So we would need to make 180 more scrap. So 375 plus 180. That's 555. Okay. That's a funny number. The Mark IV belt can move 480, so we actually need this to be a Mark V belt in that case. Which is fine, we have the Alclad casing for it. Or Alclad plates for it. So I'm all fine with that. And we'll just upgrade all the side belts here also, because we can. Okay. Doing great, kind of sleepy after that run. I found some high hazard lobbies with a full team and it was maximum chaos. Intense but fun. Okay. Interesting. I cannot really imagine this game, to be honest. I'm struggling to understand how it works. But my guess, you said that it was a little like Left 4 Dead, and then I guess there are extraction elements to it also, right? From my understanding, you do a bit of mining. And I guess you have to safely extract that, whatever you mine. And whatever else you might find, if anything. Okay, so I believe this was just 180. I forgot the number now. So let me go back and double check. It was either 180 or 185. It was 185. Yes. I had a feeling that it was 185, but I went 180 because it was a more like rounded number. And it felt more right to me, but clearly it's not correct. Okay, 185. Good. There we are. And then we need to handle the alumina. So let's see how we do that. So these are Mark 1. Likely we will need Mark 2. I could imagine so, right? Yeah, because we're almost already at the limit. So we need to be making 370 alumina solution. Okay, let's change to sloppy alumina for both of these. Good. Now they're making 250 each, but they should be making 370 divided by 2. 185 each. Okay. 185. That means that they're even slightly underclocked. Was it 185? Yes. Why is this number repeating now? 185. Those are terrible numbers to work with, but it's fine. Yep, absolutely have to mine resources for ammo, throughout mission resources for upgrades, and extract everything while getting swarmed on. Do you have like permanent upgrades that you can get for your guy? Like between lobbies, let's say, or do you kind of start from scratch every lobby? Okay. Good, so that's that. Now you don't have any power. Okay. So we need that amount of water. So let's just round it to 155. 155 times 2 is 310. Okay. And you're making 185 as it is. So minus 185. So we should be extracting 125 from the water extractors, which I think we are. Then we need to consider the bauxite. It does seem to be more expensive on the bauxite, or maybe just as expensive. Interesting. Okay, so let's put you guys to 155 each. Yeah, you can only go up to 150, but we can make you a Mark III miner. Let's also do that for you. So 155. We can add bauxite to the cloud because we can. Okay, and then 155 for you. Okay. Good. So that's that handled. Then we need the smelting process probably overhauled a bit. We could make use of this big open space here. I think I like that idea. You are making the heat sinks, so we could either move that process up, which I don't like. I think we're just gonna send a build up there. I think I like that better. So let's see. Can I make it? I cannot. This will hurt a lot more than I expected. Okay, that's fine though. Okay. Let's soup. And well, let's see. So the conveyor floor hole can probably go here, would be my guess. No, one closer, just in the middle of this here. Good. There we are. Let's send it out here. And then, yeah, we cannot really. Yes, we can. Nice. There we are. So let's remove all of this additional foundation. How will this look? A bit strange, but okay, I guess. Nice. We send you straight, like so. Okay, so that's the heat sinks being sent up also. Nice. We should redo the smelters here. Permanent upgrades for each character's three different primary and secondary weapons to choose from. They have base mods that can be adjusted and later can be overclocked. Interesting. I wonder what does the game even cost? Because maybe I should check it out. Guess I have to open the web browser in here. Deep Rock Galactic Steam. The site cannot be reached. Interesting. Why can unable to connect to server? Have I lost internet connection somehow? No. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let me try through other means then. Yeah, okay, it works here. It's 70% off right now. Oh, it's still on the expensive side, I would say. €9 or €8 even if I buy a bundle where I have the two other games that are part of that bundle. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should check it out. It's a direct first-person shooter version of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like it would be fun, and I would be supporting the Danish game industry as well through this, so I think it's a good idea. And now that it's 70% off, what better time to get it than now, right? Let's redo this smelter setup. I think it could be fun to play with you, Bread Boy. I'm just a bit worried about your experience, for example, how that will affect my experience with the game, right? Like how it is to be sent indirectly to a game that I don't really know and be with a person so experienced. But like we could think about it, some kind of collaboration maybe. Okay, so if you would be up for that, that is, of course. Let's see, so the smelter was a 2-to-1. You can also do pure... Okay, that's the one, yeah. A 2-to-1. So... 555. 555 divided by 2. So that's what we need. I guess we don't need parentheses here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Then how many smelters do we want? Like 9? No. Let's do 10. Sure. That should work. We need to do like 5 belts here. We can follow the middle of the foundation. I like that idea. Okay. Production and smelter. Let's say like here. Let's do one push. Are. Then we just split everywhere. Okay. So on console, I know if you download it through Xbox Store it's compatible, but I'm not sure the pricing difference. I wonder, because I do have the Xbox Game Pass right now. I can also check like Deep Rock Galactic cross play. Let's see, Deep Rock Galactic. Oh, interesting! It's actually published by Coffee Stain. I didn't know that. It's all connected. Okay, nice. I wonder. That is just a regular PC pass, by the way. So, but yeah, I can just press install on it, so it looks like I have it through the Xbox app on computer at least. Partial crossplay between Xbox consoles and PC with the Xbox app version. Nice. Yeah, so it should actually be possible, and I do have access to the game, I guess. Cool. That is good to know. It's always a bit confusing, like what I have access to through the Game Pass and not. Oh, hello, Tristan. How are you? Welcome in. I haven't seen you before. I hope you're doing well. Maybe you have been lurking around previously in my streams. Maybe not. Whatever it is, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. I wanna. Figure out how to do this. I really dislike the jetpack, but I also dislike the hover pack. There's no good in between. 27.75 is what we want to make. Okay. What am I making? That's a good question. I'm working with aluminum right now, and I'm working towards. I'm just upgrading my aluminum capacity, and so I'm working towards making cooling systems. So I have heat sinks being made here. I have some nitrogen gas being pumped in to this platform, and the heat sinks being sent there. I have some uh, plastic and rubber being made also in the distance somewhere over there that I have to route here. So it's part of what all of this that you see here. I also need to figure out quartz. I need to figure out cable. I have the iron pipes recipe that will help me avoid bringing in coal also, which is nice. I don't know how much you know about the game, but if, in case there's any of that that goes over your head, please say so, and I can try to explain what I mean by that. Because I know that there are some people who are not fully experienced with the game who come in sometimes. Okay, good. Let's do... I would be down for a collab one day. Whenever the Fix-It company decides we've sent enough parts up to space. Yeah, exactly. It will still be a while, but I think it'll be fun. Oh, we don't need to merge here. We should just merge here. I'm in phase right now behind you, so only the cooling part that you said very first went over my head. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so you're not really on aluminum yet. I can tell you, you have some things to look forward to, that's for sure. But that must mean that it's your first time playing the game also. Oh, we should actually send these the other way. That would be my guess, or at least first time being that far. That's always cool. There we are. And for these we can just use Mark 4 belts. Okay, we send you around to here. The issue with this is that we would likely want to send something somewhere else. Okay, aluminum coming through. I'm actually an Xbox player and I've been waiting for this game to come out for a very long time, so I haven't really played it much. I think I only have like 30 hours of playtime on it, but I'm getting really close to completing phase 3, I think it is. Nice! Well, yeah, it's a fantastic game, and it's great to hear that you finally have the option of playing it. Hello, Andu. That's fast. What is fast? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I want to figure out maybe the simple thing that we do is just put yet another constructor in here. We do have that option, I guess. We could also split off from these guys. Belt. 30 hours for phase 3. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's true. For a first time player, yeah. That's very true. Must be working very well with math then. Like the game must be working well with your logical thinking and your way of handling problems, which is good, Tristan. Yeah, I know, sorry, because this is an Xbox. It also keeps track of when you're inactive on the game. So I don't actually know my actual playtime. Yeah, I see. Well, I mean, still, it's impressive. It's a good feat. It it tells me that you understand the logical aspects of the game very well, even from the very beginning, which is good. It's probably around 60 hours actually. I'm not entirely sure. 60 to 50. It's still impressive. What am I on right now? I'm curious. So I did play the game a little bit previously, but I got to coal and then I kind of gave up. And I have 126 hours in the game now. And well, I'm looking towards finishing phase 4 fairly soon-ish. I don't know how quick I can get it done, but yeah. So still impressive, I would say. The amount of times I leave it on my Xbox overnight. I have 150 hours. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, let's add these things to our cloud, I guess. That's fine. So we can simply just split off here, I guess. I don't fully like that idea, but I think we should be making enough. So, oh! Thank you, Barely Building, for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh, hello, Rob, also. If I remember correctly, your name is actually Ollie. I don't know if you prefer to be referred to as Ollie or Barely Building or however. But just tell me. Hello, Mike Carter, also. Welcome. Ollie is fine. Yes, cool. So welcome in, everyone. I appreciate the raid. I appreciate the follow also. This is my second raid now. Amazing stuff. Really appreciate it. It's going well. So I'm expanding my... Oh, wow. Thank you, Tristan, also for following. A lot is happening. Wow. We're working towards the VIP badge, so we're getting very close to that now. At 43 followers, we just need 7 more. So that's exciting. So we're working, we're expanding our aluminum capabilities, simply to make cooling systems mostly. And yeah, from there, I don't really know. To be honest, I've been thinking about nuclear stuff and then not going nuclear, then figuring out, well, actually I don't need it, and then maybe I should do it, maybe I shouldn't. I'm I'm a little bit of a all over the place situation. But yeah, thank you for the raid. This is also my first time playing Satisfactory, so I might not do everything perfectly efficiently and perfectly great looking, right? You see all of these floating platforms. I know if you're used to Ollie's stream and Rob's stream, this is nowhere near the same visually. I'm simply just making things work. I don't have the eye and the aesthetic experience and feeling that these two have. So it's a lot of floating platforms and belts going everywhere and not looking perfectly amazing. Okay. Nuclear can be brutal the first time you do it. Great learning experience though. Yeah, I noticed that for nuclear you kind of have to make use of every single kind of thing in the world. Like quartz, iron, copper, steel, possibly coal, and all of that. It's a bit overwhelming, but it feels like it's similar with aluminum also. Have you scanned any hard drive for alternate recipes yet? Yeah, I have a few also sitting in the MAM. But I'm also making use of a few. So, for example, we're using the alternate recipe of sloppy alumina here, and also pure aluminum ingot here. And sorry, I know that there are a few UK-based people in here. I'm sorry for saying aluminum. I'm simply just saying it the way that the game uh, is spelling it. That's it. And I guess I'm also more used to American English than British English, even though I am European, and I did grow up learning British English. Yes. So interesting. So that is something that you can change, I guess, maybe somehow. Yeah, I guess you can change it through here, and we can say there are so many languages. We can change it to UK, and then I guess, yeah, now it's aluminium. Nice. Oh wow, a 15 watch streak, Rob. Congratulations on that. That is crazy. Um you're also dedicated. Okay, good. I'm gonna go back to US English. But first playthrough for sure. Just build to make things work. My save is nothing like my latest. Yeah. I kind of say both back and forth because I get confused. Yeah. Aluminum is aluminium in Swedish. Yes. Oh, I don't have a jump scare redemption. Sadly, I do upload this playthrough to YouTube in slightly edited form, and I prefer for people who are watching on YouTube to not suddenly be scared by something that happens on the stream. I think the Ada voice redemption that I have is decent enough and not so distracting and jump scary as an actual jump scare would be. So it's simply just that. Boo. Yes, I know. And it's not like it makes much of a difference because I don't have people actually watching on YouTube either way. I must start watching you now every single day. I can do the Ada thing. Oh yes, that's true. Maybe Garden Elf Breadboy or Rob, you can do probably Ada. I think you should have enough points at this point. Yes.
Share with Scares. Catch it real time at twitch.com.
Yes. Thank you, Ada/Andu, for that. So yeah. Also, I'm sad to let you guys know who just came into the stream. I'm really sorry, but there is an ad break in 2.5 minutes. Really, it's forced by Twitch for me to run ads. If I did have a choice, I wouldn't be running ads. And it's just bad timing for everyone coming in here right now. I'm very sorry about that. I wish it could be different. I didn't mean it as a boo, you suck. As a jump scare. Oh, I see. Yeah, it it could be understood in multiple ways, I guess. Just demonetize yourself. I'm sure they'll get rid of the ads. Yes, make myself fully controversial so that no ads would ever like to be associated with my channel. Well, welcome in either way, and I'm really sorry about the ad timing. I wish I can snooze it, I guess. Actually, now that I see, let's snooze it for 5 minutes. That means that there will be pre-roll ads for people coming in, but that's fine. Good. Uh, yeah, so that's good. Yes, no need to worry yet. I can snooze it a couple more times also for you guys. So let's see. Aluminum scrap can go in. Yeah, I think Plump, if you have an ad blocker, the ads will likely be either like uh, a quick like 3-second Twitch turbo ad, I think, or nothing. But I'm not fully certain on that, and I know that most people are running ad blockers. My layouts are clean for a first playthrough. Well, I appreciate it. I will say it has started becoming more messy now that things have become more complicated and I need to get in more stuff from everywhere. So I would say I'm the most proud about my first places in the world, I guess. With iron and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm also learning the game. I should definitely...
Ah, awesome. I could do this another 7 times with the points I've generated. And a reminder, Fix-It demands your compliance. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ada/Rob. Yes, it's not that difficult to save up for. I do have to figure out a good other thing to redeem your points for, because, well, it is not likely that you'll just be doing that 7 times over, I think. So we definitely need to figure something out with the points. Okay, let me get back to work. Fix it. It's required by contract. So I guess we can kind of just put a constructor here making aluminum casing. We need 60 per minute, I believe. And that's kind of it. It tells you out of stock on ADA messages. Interesting. So there's a thing you can do through Twitch, I believe, that allows people to redeem their channel points for them to play sound effects. Yes, and that's actually the same thing that I'm using for ADA sound alerts. And I did think about that, but again, it comes down to the YouTube experience of things. I would say that I don't actually want people to be playing sounds over and over again. That can be distracting for the YouTube audience. So, look, redeem stickers on the screen, soundboards if you have any pets, redeem to show pictures of your pets are fun, a daily claim thing. Yeah, it's true. It's true. If you're using OBS, you could fully remove the TTS from the Twitch bot track. Oh, could I? I'm doing it through... Oh, yeah, it's a browser source, so I guess maybe I could mute it.
I was just busy with another message, now back to compliance.
Yeah, it's just a single audio source. But the problem is I'm not recording this at the same time. So what I'm doing for YouTube is I'm simply downloading the stream and then editing that in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm not separately recording the game. So I'm not sure if that would actually be possible in that case. Because of course you guys on Twitch would need to hear it, and in that case... Ah, okay, if you want to get fancy, have a look at Steel Series GG or Voice Meter. Okay, thank you, Ali, I appreciate it. I'll check it out, definitely. That of course will be after stream. And thank you for the advice, I appreciate it. And also the kind words and the raid, of course. Also, all of the things. I route my Ada voice through a separate virtual audio channel. Capture that as a separate input on OBS. Then you can uncheck that from the bot. Interesting. Okay. I'm curious how that works. And how that would work. Okay. I'll definitely have to check that out. So, we're making more than 90 here. We should be making more than 180 on this side alone, right? So, 27 times 5. So, we are not... And that's a problem then. That means that we kind of do need to merge everything and then route it back. Yeah. Because with all of this fully calculated math-wise, we cannot just split this side in two ways, sadly. So live we hear it, but when you download it, it won't be there. That's very cool. I won't bombard your stream chat with it. Feel free to reach out on Discord and I can show you my setup. Yeah, true. I will check it out, or I will see what I can do. I set my music to audio channel 2. I didn't tell OBS to send it to my stream, but not to my bot. This way I don't get... I'm surprised because I actually expected the VOD to be like just a one-to-one of the stream. That's how I expected Twitch to work, but it's cool to know that it's kind of a separate recording in itself, it seems. Okay. Nice. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, it's clever how they receive separate channels. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I never knew that. Thank you for all of that. Okay. So, how do I want this constructor? Because what I kind of need is for this to go up here, I guess. The aluminum casing that we'll be making. Yeah, I'm also not sure what that meant, Andrew. I do the same thing when I listen to music. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so you can have music playing for yourself, but not for the people in the stream, I guess. You too, Brutus. Okay, so I mean, there's also the simple option of just making a splitter here. I really don't like that idea that much, but we could do it and then just send it back. I'm gonna do it that way just because I'm lazy. Let's build it here. And of course, you don't wanna snap on the belt. I do struggle a bit with this sometimes. Let's see, will this make it possible? This makes it possible. Okay. Yeah, I could have also used a splitter, I guess. But this method also worked. Okay, then we will just have a constructor here, that's fine. Cool. That's okay. Oh. 11:43 here. I'm surprised. I get a lot of people from the US in here, which I wouldn't have expected, because, well, we because of time zone stuff. And yeah, like a surprising amount of people who are up at like 6 a.m. and stuff like that. Which I couldn't do myself, let's say. Definitely. Okay, good. We will then actually just expand here and make space for the aluminum casing. I've been gaming since 7 a.m. Yes. Okay. We can... Don't like that, but maybe that's just how I have to do things. Is there another way I could go about doing this? I guess I could also just go straight from the constructor. That could work. Sure. Well, you see a lot of gamers who play games like Satisfactory. They either have autism or they have some type of attention deficit order so their brains are slightly wired differently, and this causes some people to stay up all night long and basically be nocturnal or wake up super early in the morning and watch streams. And normally during our time here in the US, people don't start streaming their games till maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Yeah. There's a streamer I really like who always starts at 6:30, and it's helped me get a normal sleep schedule. Nice! Because my desire to watch her stream is greater than any desire to stay up late and sleep in. Nice! That's good to know. That's good motivation. What is the streamer? I'm curious. Might check them out. Lilia Faye, if that is how you pronounce it. Always been such a night owl, but I do feel better when I wake up early. I just have a hard time doing it just because of that stream. I've managed to turn it around. Nice. She's super cozy and nice. You're going to be one of the 3 major streamers I watch, and all of them are small streamers. I appreciate that, Tristan. That means a lot. It always makes me wonder, what is so special about me? What makes people want to watch me and not, like, I don't know, some big, accomplished, like, talented streamer, right? Like in the whole space, I'm not really much of a thing, right? Chat interaction. Well, I appreciate that, Andu. I appreciate that. I do try to interact with the chat as much as I possibly can. But I'm just surprised because I have a lot of people coming in here and saying that they have such a great time, and it makes me wonder. You read chat, you reply to chat, and plus I like to feel felt and seen rather than completely ignored and overshadowed. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I want everyone to feel like an actual human being, of course, and well, I guess that's something that's more possible as a small streamer because you don't have the chat moving at 180 miles per hour. Sadly, guys, I have snoozed the ads as much as I possibly can, and there will be an ad in a minute and 15 seconds now. It will be an ad break of 3 minutes also. I know that sounds like a lot. I'm really sorry. We also have a few new people coming in, I see. I don't want to run ads. I want to make sure that you guys know that it's not me being greedy. It's simply just me not having a choice. I don't F with big channels, yeah. I mean, even the big streamers were small ones. True. True. Get so overstimulated in big streams because the chat goes on so quickly. And a lot of them barely even read a message to you. So you don't feel seen at all. Yeah. The dictating of what you're doing. Clear and high quality mic. Well spoken. Chill vibes. Yeah, Rob, it's funny with this mic. It's actually a very cheap microphone. A very cheap headset. But I had a previous one and then I bought this one because the previous one was falling apart. And it sounds very, very high quality for what it is. Like I spent not even 100 euros on it. I think it was like 400 to 500 Danish crowns, which is like 40 to 50 pounds. That's it. And it has a fantastic microphone. USD is pretty much the same as Euro, so less than 100 USD also. I have actually not added anything except for a noise gate, I believe, Rob. That's it. It's just a fantastic microphone. I was really surprised when I listened back to my first stream after I got the mic. It's... yeah. I was like completely flabbergasted as to how the mic could sound that good. But in case... and it's a very common headset that I'm using. So it's not really like a unique one or anything like that. It's just fantastic quality. And well, I can tell you it's the HyperX Cloud 3, I believe they're onto now, the generation. I haven't had to adjust anything, do any settings on the microphone or headset. It just works out of the box like this. Absolutely fantastic. I could not be happier with that purchase, I would say. Oh, I got a notification that Andu is live. Starting your stream now, I think. So maybe we won't hear much else from Andu at this point. Yes? Yeah, no problem, no problem. Hope you have a great stream. And I also implore everyone to check out Andu. Andu is more... significantly more experienced than I am, so and also working around with some mods and stuff, making massive factories, so go check them out and see what they're up to. Okay, I have to catch up a little on the stream chat, I think. The sad thing is, here in the US on YouTube you might be stuck watching an ad for 2 or 3 minutes on average, and if you watch something on your PC using YouTube you could be total amount of an hour of ads per every 2 hours of videos. Yeah, it's true. People are in ads right now, so maybe just wanna wait a bit because I don't know. I mean, Tristan, you have been replying to what I've been saying, so it's good. Okay, ad break is over finally, so it's good. But yeah, on YouTube, like on average, you will definitely receive more ads than you will of 3 minutes of ads every hour on Twitch, so I get it. I'm a yapper, so I really like getting a response, you know, cause otherwise I feel like I'm talking to a wall. Yeah, totally cool quality. I have a fancy mic, but it's like too good cause it picks up everything. Yeah, for fancy mics you kind of have to use a lot of additional equipment. I feel like, um, so yeah, I have a cheap $20 mic from Amazon, and it sounds like one of those $80 mics you can get off of one of those custom websites. Yeah, I have a HyperX Quadcast 2, and it even picks up my breath and when I swallow and the fan on my PC. And oh my god, the PC clicking is so loud, or keyboard clicking is so loud, so I don't know how I'm gonna handle the audio stuff when I do start streaming one day. Yeah, I also don't know. I haven't really looked into mics and stuff that much. Of course, I was considering it for the stream, but like after I noticed how high quality this mic actually did sound, I feel like it's not something that I need to look at anytime in the near future. I use a noise filter, slight EQ adjustment, compressor, and expander to make my voice be the same value with the whispering or shouting, but my mic was only 40-ish. Yeah. You're here too, Garden Elf? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Your favorite GG emote? Jeez, Rob, do you have a six-figure job or do you just save a lot? You can use noise gates, compressor, and expander to remove keyboard clickiness and background noise. Nice. I'm very technologically limited, so I would have to have someone show me every single little thing to click. AI noise cancellation is powerful nowadays. Yeah, I remember seeing that like a few years ago with some kind of NVIDIA thing that was fantastic at that, and that was like, I don't know, probably 5 years ago at this point. So it must have evolved a lot since. Those are all audio filters within OBS, so no expensive required. Don't really support AI, honestly. Yeah, that's fine, Tristan. Totally okay. I also share the office with my partner, so we have our PCs right next to each other. So I don't think I can start streaming until we live in a bigger apartment. Yeah, I had a similar issue, Plump, as well. It's not generative AI, more on the par with things like DLSS. Yeah, it's more like machine learning rather than generative AI, right? I could imagine. So it's like just trained, essentially, and that's it. There's a few videos on YouTube showing you the exact steps to get a cheap mic to sound high-end. Nice. Thing is, my mic sounds high-end already, it just picks up too much stuff. Yeah, I get it, I get it. I don't know exactly how the high-end mic stuff works. Yeah, those filters will remove external sounds. It's interesting how it works. Okay, so we have the aluminum casing being made, we have the heat sinks being made, we have the nitrogen gas coming in also. So that's those things handled. Then we need the oil parts, so plastic and whatever else. I think that just getting an arm for the mic so I can have a much lower gain and just have it closer to my mouth. Yeah. My mic barely picks up my coughing because it's out of normal vocal range. Because right now it's standing behind my keyboard. Yes. Let's see. Let's pick up the slug, why not? Should be 4 to 5 inches from your face. Let's see, cannot remember where this oil is. Also, Rob, I know that you like the what's it called? If anyone should know, I should know. It's one of the quality video settings. Global illumination. I know that you like global illumination, but I've sadly turned it off because I was lagging so much last stream. So I've significantly decreased most of my settings because of that. So yeah, I think it's better to have a smooth experience than a laggy, as smooth, not as good looking experience, but compared to a laggy but graphically impressive stream. Yeah, exactly. It's not like my graphics card is that bad, but I mean it is a few generations old at this point. It's a 3060 Ti. And, well, while I'm streaming and all of that, it just cannot really handle it, I guess. No power. That's fine, it's just because all the belts are full, I think. Oh yeah. Yes, I also did. I actually waited, I think, a year or two on my graphics card to arrive because of the, well, lack of them in stock back in the day. Anyone got any suggestions for games on Xbox like Satisfactory? Like Satisfactory? Interesting. I don't actually know any. I'm using a 1070 right now. Yeah, I mean 1070 should also work. I mean the thing is that I'm also a game developer by profession, right? So I kind of need to have at least some more up-to-date components than maybe most regular people. And I can definitely feel that it's not good enough anymore for what I'm doing when developing games, but yeah. Well, Tristan, I think, is it only the Xbox Game Pass? I think you can also play PC games with it. I'm mostly on the programming side of things, but I do also do make design decisions and all of that stuff. I do participate in design, even though it's not my specialty. But it is something that I'm educated in. Okay, let me actually build platforms from over there. Your laptop is stronger than your desktop. Wow. Yes. But yeah, in terms of programming, of course, in game development there is a lot of different types of programming. I would say I kind of dig my fingers into most parts of it, but what I like the most is gameplay programming. So developing the things that players will interact with. So that also has like a big connection to general design, which I think is very cool. Don't have a desktop, only have my laptop. Nice. Yeah, I mean laptops are great nowadays also. This platform looks to be slightly rotated. I hope you could make a modern game with DLSS. Well, the problem with DLSS is that they don't really let you work with the newest versions of it without the newest graphics cards. So I can only use like the early versions of DLSS, which sucks because of my graphics card. Oh, no, I shouldn't have come here yet. And oh yeah, I should. That's let's continue building this. Because I'll just use it to line up. Okay. Let's do some skeet shooting. Let's see how my aim is. At least now I'm not lagging as much. Oh, I cannot hit this one. Come on. No. There we are. Started off decent. Ended up not so good. Yeah, well, I'm not using a modern gaming laptop. My laptop has a 1070 and it was from Windows 10 era. Yeah. I mean, it should be fine enough for most things. At the same time, I'm also streaming, right? So, I think it should be capable of running Satisfactory quite decently. But since I'm streaming, I also have to... My computer has to do a lot of stuff at once, essentially. My laptop has a Ryzen 9, 32 gigabytes of RAM. My TX 4070 and my desktop has Ryzen 5. Yeah, both your both your desktop and laptop is better than what I am sitting with here. I did invest in a MacBook recently though, which has been surprisingly great. I've always been like a MacBook hater, but actually it's been fantastic. Very, very surprisingly good. Even for game development. And it was the cheapest one that I could get. It has just worked amazingly. Surprised me a lot that it did work so well. Let's see. We can go here also. So you should be one more closer, I think. Yes, there we are. I've had issues with Satisfactory and other Unreal Engine games crashing a lot, so I don't know if I can stream Satisfactory. Interesting. That sounds strange. I haven't really had issues with crashing. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, that's part of why we have a community, Tristan. We're not just here to have simple chat, but if someone needs help or guidance on something, of course, feel free to ask. And we'll try our best to help. Of course, it's not always that we might be able to help, but who knows? Maybe we can answer a question that you've had for a long time. That's part of the great reasons of having a fantastic community of people. Okay, that's rubber. Just repasted the GPU. Okay. Wow. That is something that you don't do very often. I mean, for the CPU, it is something that happens, I guess, but the GPU, that's a little too much, I think, right? Because from my understanding, GPUs are kind of made to never be opened by the customer, the owner of the graphics card. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but that's how it feels, at least. How it seems to me. Okay, good. So, we have this set up now. Nice. It's a little weird that it's on an angle compared to the rest, but it's quite okay. I gotta shoot and get ready for work. Enjoy the rest of your stream, mate. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you for the raid, Ollie, and have a great time at work. It means a lot to have this, and it really helped me work towards my VIP badge, which will be amazing. I'm very much looking forward to that. It's very possible I did a bit to my GTX 1080 card many years ago. Give it another year or two and I'll do it to my 4080. I definitely need to get a new graphics card, but I think I also need to get a new CPU, because I mean the one that I have is good and all, but I can definitely tell that I'm CPU bottlenecked sometimes. It does make me wonder if I open Task Manager, like, where am I at? Yeah, like, I will bottleneck on the CPU over the GPU at this current moment. For example, using more CPU than GPU. So, so that is something. The CPU is also significantly older, but it is a good one. I believe it's a Ryzen 7 3700, something like that. So it's not bad, but I know that there are much better CPUs nowadays, especially for gaming. Yes, have fun, Bread Boy. Enjoy. And thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. And let's talk about Deep Rock Galactic. Try to figure something out, maybe. Okay. Red Boy is another American, by the way, Tristan. Just so you know. If you didn't already. Good. Hello. Thank you. It's going to have a 3060 Arrow. It's a Ryzen 9 9950X. And in a mini ITX motherboard. It feels like the CPU would be significantly stronger than the GPU. Right. I mean, I think nowadays you're more likely gonna be bottlenecked by the GPU over the CPU. I do think, of course, it's good to have a good CPU, but I do think that you might have to think about maybe like a slightly worse CPU for a slightly better GPU, maybe. But I am not like crazy knowledgeable about PCs. Well, I know my CPU is going to be most definitely bottlenecked by my GPU, but that's actually a good thing for me because the software I currently use records the video off of the graphics card inside of the CPU, so I basically have my display graphic card going to my monitor and the recording going to the CPU. I see. Okay. Yeah, as long as you kind of know what you will use that extra like CPU power that you will have over the GPU, I guess that's fine. I was also mostly just thinking in terms of gaming, right? So if you're doing more than gaming, other productivity things, then definitely I think it can be worth getting a more a higher end CPU. Okay, now what? So we have rubber and plastic coming in. We have nitrogen gas. We have heat sinks. We have aluminum casing. So then we need the iron parts. Okay. And where did we have iron? Okay. And that's a pure node. What we could do also is make pure iron ingots as well. Yeah, well, I do also 3D design products for 3D printing. Aha. As I have 3D printers. So being able to have the actual program run faster with a better CPU would be better. And plus, I don't play many heavy demanding games. I think the most demanding game I play is Sand Raiders of Sophie. I've heard about that game, but I don't even know much about it. Is it like yet another extraction shooter kind of thing? Sounds that way at least, because it has raiders in the name. Okay, this is the iron. Good. But yeah, as long as you know what you want to do, I think it makes sense. And if you have the budget, go splurge. I think it might be better to... I mean, it depends. And of course, this is not financial advice at all. But it's likely that things will just keep going up in price, right? So, kind of, to some extent, the earlier you get it, the better. Of course, I would take that with a grain of salt, as I know some things have been decreasing in price recently also. So, I don't really know what to trust anymore. Kind of basically you are in these Gen mechs, kind of like a steampunk world, but basically in the 1920s. They were able to harness nuclear power, and now you have these chain mechs in a post-apocalyptic world where pretty much all water is gone, and you basically have to use high caliber guns to fight other mechs, and you also have to loot outposts and salvage any type of loot you can get, so that whenever you do extract you can get money and supplies. Okay. Well, the CPU shortage is near, and that's going to be a lot worse than the GPU, SSD and RAM storage, because it's going to be practically everyone wants CPUs, but no one's going to have them. Yeah. It is it's a very tough time to be into technology and all of that stuff these days, sadly. It's not easy. Where do I run power? Over there. Here. Okay. So let's take you. Yeah, and unfortunately it's mostly because of AI. Yeah. Oh. No obelisk. Let's blow up some more things. Well, that's likely here to stay, so we just have to adapt, and that's it. So we'll see. Pretty much everything is AI these days, so it was surprisingly quick. That's how it goes. I'm just waiting for when computing power gets so demanding and everyone doesn't really depend on AI to a point where most companies go bankrupt. Yeah. Maybe, I mean, I don't really know if that will happen. We will just have to wait and see, I guess. The thing is, even the experts don't really know what the future holds and how it'll be, so we'll just see. Yeah, honestly, I think maybe give it 20 years and the whole AI industry might take a giant dip. Yeah. It's possible, but that's 20 years. I'll be 49 at that point, probably done with computers forever. Maybe not, because it is my profession, but, you know, it's, yeah. Yeah. Let's see, so we need to do the pure, or we want to do the pure iron stuff. So, water extractor, is there any deep enough water here? That is the question. This map has trouble loading in. I guess all of this water will not be deep enough. Can you explain to me how Steam has been able to make it to where my SSD can download 2 gigabytes per second when I normally only get 300 megabytes? I don't know, to be honest. I do know that Valve are very capable developers who make seemingly the impossible happen very often. So sadly, I cannot really tell you, but I do know that they're very, very impressive developers generally. Okay, let's get the pure iron thing. Am I gonna be able to search for it? I can. Nice. For the first time I've been able to search for something in there. Okay, Good. Pure iron ingots. It's not even that much water it will need. Nice. We need to figure out how much iron we would need. So for that, let's bring out our notepad, because this, we are already at our limit pretty much on this list. Do I know what Terratech is? I don't actually know. No, I cannot say. Let's do some notepad stuff. We can place it like down here. That's fine. So let's see. I want like a dark background on this so that I can actually read it. So we need 2.5 reinforced iron plate. I hope that this is visible on the stream. We need that it's big enough that you can read it. We need 75 rods. Good. Then we need 45 steel pipes, or we need 375 screws, and we need 45 steel rods, or steel pipes, which we'll make from iron. Okay, good. Is that all we'll need? I think so. Okay, good. So, in that case, we need to check. Let me put the notepad on a different screen so that it doesn't get hidden by the game. We will look at the reinforced iron plates. Where are you? Here? That requires 30 plates and 60 screws. Okay. Sure. And then let's see. Yeah, and then we will check out the iron pipe here. Okay, good. So let's do a combined count of things that we would need. We need 375 plus 60 screws. That is 435 screws. Okay. Then we will need 75 rods. That's fine. And 30 plates. Okay. So a total of that amount of screws. So that means we would need we can go 435 divided by 50, and then we can say times 12.5, I believe, times 12.5. So that's the amount of iron ingots that we would need for that amount of screws. Okay. 108.75. Cool. Then for the plates, let's do plates, regular iron plates. We need 30. That means 45. 30 plates. We can just write that up here. Equals 45 iron ingots. Okay. Cool, then the rods. Let's go 75 divided by 15, that's 5. So we say times 15. It's just 1 to 1, right? Yeah, it is. I don't know why I'm doing these that calculation in particular. Whatever. Cool. Then the steel pipes. Okay. Quite expensive, but we should be capable of doing it. So we need 45. That's 180. 180 iron ingots. Okay. So let's add all of these numbers together. 45 plus 75 plus 180 plus 108.75. Cool. So that gives us that number. 408 iron ingots total. 0.75, I have to remember. Good. Then we need to figure out how much we're producing with the... how much we need to produce in the refinery to make that happen. So we can say 65 or no 408.75 divided by 65. That's 6 point whatever decimal number that is. And we take that number and times it by 35, I believe it was. Yeah. So that's the amount of iron we should be mining. And just to make it a nice round number, I guess we can put it to 225 and not this like seemingly random thing. I know that then we'll be slightly overproducing, but I'm fine with that. And then we can do times 20. Yes, times 20, and that's the amount of water that we would need. 125. Okay, cool. And that should be all of the calculations. So we can put you to 130. Oh god, I lost the calculation, but that's fine. 130. That's okay. I would rather slightly overproduce than not produce enough. Okay, good. So that's that handled. And then we have 408.75 divided by 65. Let's build 7 refineries then to make this happen. Okay. This should be fine, I think. Let's... yeah, I like this spacing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one on each side. Additional. Good. Then over here. Perfect. Finally, we need to connect things up. So we wanna build you like that. Is there enough spacing? Not really. Yeah. Let's notch you guys twice, like so. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice. There we are. Yeah. That feels better to me. Good. I was dreading upgrading my coal power plant, but then I realized that I wouldn't even have to do any extra math to figure out how to get enough coal, because the miners I had there were Mark 1, so I just upgraded them to Mark 2. Nice. Got double the amount of coal, and then I could just build another power plant while still only using the 2 coal nodes. Nice, yes. It's and thankfully the math is super easy and simple with coal as well. It's very nice. Okay, let's have the splitter. Why can you only go like this now? That's not usually how it wants to do things. That is very strange. I used to be able to rotate these. Here I can slightly. What if I need it like this? What? And my water pipes work first try, nice. You usually have to struggle for an hour to get it to flow. Nice. Amazing. That's always a good feeling when things just end up working exactly how you planned. Oh, I know what my issue is. I've rotated these wrong. Makes complete sense now. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Okay. Oh, but that means that you're not lined up anymore. I am in Struggle Town today. For some reason. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's rebuild this for hopefully the last time. the 25th and hopefully last time. Okay. Good. And now I should easily be able to split here. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Good. There we are. And then we just use belts. Yes, we can do the hover pack. Take the belt, please. Nice. There we are. Good. Then we simply just need to hook you guys up to power. We need to set your recipes. And we need to adjust your numbers. So divided by 7. Okay, let's make it 60. Been playing for 2 hours, oh no. Okay, good. Here we are. Now? What now? Water is our next step. We can make the floor hole like here. Do you? Oh, that was an interesting lag spike. What? How are you slightly misaligned? That is strange. How could you ever be slightly misaligned? Huh. I guess it's because of the miner. Oh, thank you very much, Plump. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Wow. Thank you, thank you. That is amazing. I appreciate it. I always wonder how people are, why people are willing to throw their money at me. I don't know what I'm doing that's so special, but thank you. I really appreciate it so much. That came out of nowhere. Thank you, thank you. Got a cool badge. I guess so. I guess so. So I will just deal with this being slightly off, I think. That is just how it'll be. I've never had one of those before. I wonder what it is from. I'm guessing you're talking about the little sprout thing. But I have noticed that I also have that one in some chats. No, the first thing. Oh, I see. You've never seen that before. Well, you're one of the first 25 subscribers to my channel. It's a founder's badge. It means that you were one of the first to come in and support financially with a subscription here. You've seen it but never had it? Well, now you do. Now you do. You're officially a founder of the Koala-Lumpur Live channel. You are officially an OG, yes, indeed. Right now, any new subscriber gets the founder's badge up until my 25th. Well, Tristan, don't worry. Don't worry. You shouldn't feel a need to spend money on streamers. It is all good. I get that it's a cool badge and all, but please take care of yourself as a first priority. That comes very first. So don't worry. Oh, yikes. Definitely make sure that you have money for yourself. That is really what matters in this world. Okay. I'm getting a bit lazy in this playthrough. I'm just gonna build here. And that's it. Even though I don't like clipping, I try to avoid it when I can. And I probably could avoid it here, but I don't feel like putting in that effort. Okay, let's... Okay. I think that's straight. That's definitely not straight. Okay. Good. I wonder if there's enough head lift. There might not be. Yeah, even though I may want to subscribe to literally anyone I watch just to support them, I only subscribe to a select few that I noticed I come back to and watch regularly. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, even then, you don't even need to do that, right? It's just because you feel like it. There's definitely never any pressure to do anything like that. I appreciate everyone who comes in and who's here. Also, sadly, there will be another ad break in 1.5 minutes. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we should have iron being made, but I think the head lift might be too low. Maybe. Is there a good way that I could measure this? Maybe with this. So yeah, it's probably a little more than 10 meters. Which I would have expected. Let's go and... Actually, don't want you like this. Like that is better. Nice. Okay. Let's just go for the Mark II pump, because we can. We have the resources for it. Good, there we are. Nice. And now we should have this. I hope that the notepad is not obstructing the view too much. Oh, hello. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Welcome back, welcome back. It's been a few days. I hope you're doing well. It's been an exciting stream today. So exciting that I had to bring out my notepad. I got a raid earlier. You also missed... You just about missed Plump subscribing today. Just a few minutes ago. Ah, yeah. I will have to deal with you. And you're a massive one. Oh. Let's try to deal with you from here. A raid indeed, from barely building a fantastically experienced Satisfactory player. Oh, this is my cell. Yeah, I don't care. I thought they were remains. They're not. So, yeah. You should also check them out if you're curious. Let's see. But hope the vacation is going well. Hope you're enjoying things. The time off should feel amazing. Okay, good. So we now have the iron being made. Then we need to be making 30 plates, 60 screws, and then also 375 screws. What were the 375 screws for? They are for rotors. Visited your parents this morning and just came back a few minutes ago. Nice. That sounds nice and chill. Do they live far away? That's my biggest problem with my family. I'm kind of isolated. Even if I live in the capital here, it's everyone else lives somewhere else. Even friends. I really don't even have friends here in the capital. Okay, so let's see. We CO, what is CEO? Crystal oscillators, I believe. Parents live in the same city, nice. That's good. That's very nice. Let's see. We will also need to work with wire at some point. With copper, that is. What were you up to? Did you just have like a little family lunch / breakfast? I want to figure this out. So we need a lot of screws. Same for me, too. I do have my parents and one brother about 2 to 3 hours away, but the rest of my cousins, aunts and uncles and grandparents all live like 8 to 24 hours away. Well, that's maybe a lot more than than in my case, Plump. And my other brother doesn't even live in Sweden. 15 to 20 minutes if we would like to walk. But life in the capital seems to be nice as well. Many opportunities, what to do all day. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just stay at home pretty much. So, but yeah, work related, I guess there are opportunities if I find them, that is. But yeah, in my case, Plump, like, parents are like an hour away, and that's it. Then my grandparents are isolated on an island that takes like 5 hours to get to. Maybe more like 3 to 4 hours. I mean, I guess in my case it's only visiting my mom, but she lives like 45 minutes to an hour away. And so I don't visit that often. It's also expensive. It's like whether I use public transport or a car, it's gonna be 80 to 120 crowns in my local currency, which is like 10 to 15 euros. So, and that's one way. So it's also gonna be expensive, the trip. Yeah, I mean, it's not to drive through Denmark, let's say, down to Germany from the capital of Denmark, because the capital of Denmark is as far from Germany as you can possibly get, pretty much. It would take probably like somewhere between 4 to 6 hours, I think. Yeah, which is pretty much the capital, I believe, Öresundsbron. So, yeah, I think somewhere between 4 and 6 hours it would take to get from there to Germany, let's say. Then also, a major problem with that is that, well, to get to Germany you also have to cross 2 bridges. And it costs a lot of money to cross those bridges. More than you could ever possibly imagine, I think. You haven't been there since 2024, so my memory is a bit iffy. Yeah, that's fine. I usually take the ferry. Interesting. So you go to between Helsingborg and Helsingør, I guess. Which is a little further also from the capital. Let's see. We wanna combine all of these outputs. So, is there a way that I can line things up with this? Or do you just need to be on the grid? Yeah, I mean, let's say you can expect to pay at least 75 euros to cross both of those bridges one way. So it's expensive. You got stuck in Germany for multiple hours because there was a car on fire on the bridge or something. Okay. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, that is a lot indeed. Thankfully, in my case, my mom does live on the same island as me. Nags, hello, welcome in. Holy damn, is the bridge made of solid gold? Yeah, you would think so, right? It's yeah. I've gone by bus to France most summers since 2019, so I've gone through there a lot of times. Nice. Sorry, what are you guys talking about? Well, we're talking about how far we're living away from family and how expensive it is to cross the two main bridges of Denmark when you drive through the country. That is it, Tristan. Tristan. I mean, I also recently looked up the price to cross the bridge into Sweden. That is also crazy expensive. But that I'm also more okay paying a price for because you're going into a different country. In the case of crossing the bridge to another Danish island, you're not really going into a different country, just a different part of the country, right? And that's why it feels a bit like, ugh, to be paying for that. But still, also going into Sweden is very expensive via the bridge. To get to where my grandma and grandpa live, most of the year we have to drive 11 hours from DeSoto. I don't know where that is in Missouri to Pensacola? Interesting names. Damn, a year ago I was living a 7-hour drive away from my closest relative. Now that I'm working from home full time, I'm 5 minutes away. Yeah, nice. I don't really know what I'll be doing with my future, you know, where I'll be living. I don't know if my future is here in the capital. But that's where I am for now, at least. Is there any good way to line this up? Or will it just be a constant struggle? What if I do so straight mode like this? I don't want you to go up. So then there should be no bend here. That's kind of what we want, I guess. And then we can line it up. It's a little strange of a workaround, but I think it should work. Which is really what we care about. Yeah. Okay. So that's how we'll build the merger setup, I guess. I don't like it. Is there another way that I could do this? I don't really think so. Because then every single building will just end up being off-grid. I think I will have to redo the refineries for the 26th time this time around. Yeah. Let me at least copy the settings of this one. And then redo all of this setup. It'll be fine, it'll be worth it, I guess, in the long run. Still a bit annoying. Okay, so we need to put you central here. Sure. Good. And then we do a splitter. Here, I like it. Okay, then... Oh, I guess not really there. We do a lift. Sure. And then we could kind of split here. It's also a possibility. It doesn't fully matter. No, we should split in front of you. Like here. Sure. Pipe should be able to go in between. Let me just double check. Yeah, just about. Good. Refinery? Well, I hope all of you are doing well. What are you up to this week? Anything crazy? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Go like this, maybe? No, I don't really think so, because then... Yeah, then we cannot build this. Nope, nothing. Okay. There must be something exciting. Work, much excitement, such fun, yes. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to hopefully hearing back from the place that I applied to. That's something that I hope I will hear back from. But let's see. I think I want to have you here. Like this. To have a bit more spacing. Huh. Now you only want to split down there. What if I move that belt? Then you can split here, fine. Okay, sure. Okay, so this is gonna be the setup. Good. Well, I'm waiting for a package with my new SIM card so I can actually have my text and talk data. Nice. We're going to IKEA tomorrow, and in the evening we're going to watch Moana in the cinema with all of our friends. Oh, interesting. Oh, I wish you so much luck, Koala. Keep us updated. Yeah, I wish. I hope so. It's been a while, but I think I'm a very good candidate for the position. So good luck. It's nice to have a routine at least you can adhere to with work. Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be a bit in the way of my streaming. That's one thing that I'm a bit worried about, but yeah, let's see. Because I'm having a lot of fun with this, I'm seeing a lot of people actually be interested in what I'm doing. And so if my schedule suddenly has to change, that's not very nice, but I mean, it's something that I also knew could happen, I guess. Oh. That was a little too fast. I need to adjust. the input here. Good. And this should just mean that the machines are on the grid finally, I hope. No? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Okay, then I just have to deal with the connection underneath. I'll mute the stream for some minutes. Yeah, no problem. We'll eat now and start your own games parallel. Nice. Have fun. Have fun with that. Okay, good. So let's have you go on this middle line here instead. Good, like that. Perfect. There we are. The pump is still pumping. That is good. Okay, finally we just paste all of the settings into you guys. Did we already do that? Maybe. Yeah, we did. Okay, then it's just power. There we are. Nice. Yeah, we just need the junction here. Let's build T-junction. Somewhere like here. Sure. That's good. Oh god. Can't see a thing. So, can we do this? It snaps if I look in this direction. Doesn't really if I look straight at it, which is interesting. Okay, good. And then we do the same on this side. The T-junction. Go here. Here. And finally connect you all up. There we are. Good. Now we have iron being made again. Can delete all of this from our inventory, that's fine. I'm curious how much we have saved up in the sink. 50 coupons, nice. Not bad. It'll definitely be a while for that nut statue though, clearly. Okay, so these are all the iron ingots that we will need. Then we need the plates, we need the screws, and all of that stuff. So merger, now you're on the grid finally. Very, very nice. And then we go straight here. Nice. Straight mode. Perfect. There we have it. That's the general refinery setup, I guess. For pure iron ingots. I wonder if we'll have space. We can build in this direction also quite easily. Oh, please. Thank you. No. This hover pack, I'm really not a big fan of. Okay, so we make plates, we make screws, we make rods, and we make steel pipes, and we make even more screws. Okay. Let's focus on the parts for reinforced plates first. So we can go like here. Yeah, here is fine with me. So we make plates. We'll just have you overclocked to 30. I'm fine with that. You will make screws. We'll have you overclocked to 60. Okay, sure. That's okay. Logistics can go directly in from there. Let's then also build this so that we can split. No. We wanna build it a little further like here. Splitter goes like that, good. There we are. Nice. Okay, so then we just need the assembler. Put it like that, that's fine. Simply just connect up. $30 and $60. Oh, we actually only need to make half of that. Oh, so my calculations will be a bit wrong. That means 15 plates. That means slightly underclock even. And 30 of you. Of screws, yeah. Okay, sure. 2.5 seems very low, but I mean that's what I have written down. $2.5 RIP, yeah, I guess so. But it means that we have to make some adjustments here. So instead of 60, it's 30. So that means that means 405 screws and 15 of you. That means what? 22.5 iron ingots. Okay, good. So what we then need to do is adjust these numbers, so we say, oh, didn't want to pick that up. It's fine though. Let's also get rid of a few extra things in here. Okay, so we do okay, 405 divided by 50. Okay, times 12 and a half. 101.25. Okay, good. And then for the total amount of ingots, we'll do the sum up again. 101.25. That's 378.75. Okay, I hope that is correct. Good. And then I believe the steel pipes would be correct here. Yeah. Okay, let's redo a bit of math back here then. So we need to make 378.75. So we take all of this divided by 7. It's still an annoying number, but we can get it down to 55 instead. Hello? Sometimes it doesn't really want to paste. I've noticed that with this game. And maybe I copied instead of pasting somewhere. What is happening? Guess I never really copied. What? 55. Copy. Okay, now you want to. Strange. But sure. Okay. And then we can say 30 times 7. That's 210. We need to mine 210. Good. And then in terms of water, we need 17 times 7. Let's just put it to 120, I guess, which is 100 clock speed, I believe. Yeah, back to normal. Okay. Good. So that's the reinforced plates. I've now built 3 new coal power plants, but I feel like I need to build a new one immediately anyways. Yeah, you're struggling with power? I will say you always have the option of over and underclocking parts of it. You're at 1700 megawatts out of 2400. Yeah. A good way of expanding your capacity is just overclocking the coal power plants. Of course, just be aware what you'll need to then support that overclocking in terms of input. But then you don't really need to expand. Maybe only with water extractors, and that's it. Otherwise, everything will kind of stay the same. And then maybe also conveyor belts, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I noticed that with fuel generators, because what you notice is that if machines don't take power, it's like a linear increase in input and output in that case. So if they take coal, for example, in your case, I think it's, I don't know, maybe 40 coal. 40 coal per minute. I cannot remember exactly what it needs. But you can, let's say, increase by 200%. That means that it's 80 coal per minute that it needs still, which is just a linear increase. And as you can see here also, if I go to 100%, well, it's 250. If I go to 200, it's 500. So everything is linear if it takes an input of something for fuel. It would be so nice to just put a sloop in them. Yeah. I don't think I can overclock the power plants right now because I would have to connect new miners to it then. The miners are already overclocked. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, in that case, it's a bit rough. Okay, so they can be overclocked a tiny bit more, but still. Yeah, exactly. Then you need to find new nodes or get a miner upgrade. That's all you can pretty much do. Okay. Then we have this set up. Then we need to make rods, and we need to make steel pipes, and we need to make screws. Okay. So we will split here. We can make screws straight ahead. We need to make 375 divided by 50, that's 7.5, so let's make 8 constructors. I'm fine with that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost. Four. And then we do it on the opposite side also. Okay, that's the same distance, it looks like. And we split each of them. The setup that we always make here at Koala Inc. Okay. Finally, we merge. Let's see here, in front of you. We can go straight from you. Oh, that's not where we want to go. Here we are. I don't want to go over 200 because then I have to start doing math and splitting it up because right now they're mining the perfect amount for the power plants. Yeah, I think sometimes it's just better to find new nodes to keep your math simple and how you made it in the first place, right? I get it. This power line we can change a bit. I guess we can go on the platform now. Okay. Okay. I have a really hard time with it because there aren't a bunch of cool nodes or oil nodes near me, so I don't have a lot of ways to create energy unless I collected as many summer sloops as I can, and I might be able to get one of those sloop power things. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I think at some point the game, it feels like it requires you to go exploring a whole bunch, right? I now have more than I know what to do with, but that also required almost exploring the whole map pretty much, and using the object scanner throughout. Okay, so we will say 475 divided by 8. It's 46. Okay. 375 divided by 8. It's an annoying number, but that's just how it is sometimes. Okay. Good. And thankfully Mark IV belts are perfectly fine for this. Nice. There we have it. Then finally we need to do rods and we need to do steel pipes. So in terms of rods, we need to be making 75 divided by 15, that's 5. 5 is an annoying number. Let's make it 4. And just overclock. In that case, let's change this up slightly. Okay, and then we send you straight here. Like so. Good. Let's get the constructor back. We have you like here. One, two, three, 4. There we are. We split into you. And we also split straight ahead. This is the nice thing about using manifolds, is that I don't really have to worry about balancing the ingots that are coming in, because with a manifold setup like this, machines will just start being backed up earlier in the chain, and then once they do, well, then like it will all just automatically adjust essentially, because any additional ingots that come in will go to wherever there is an open space, right? So the thinking is that, well, I'm producing more ingots than is necessary to go to these machines only. So those will fill up first, maybe, sure. But then once those fill up, well, then the remaining ingots will just start going in this direction. It's very nice. It's also very simple setup, very compact. Nothing to worry about really. It's just fantastic. I like it. Okay. Then we have rods, and they are just at 100%, all of them. Cool. Then the steel pipes. We needed 45. We can make 25. So we'll make 2 constructors, and that's it. Let's merge. Send you this way. You can go straight here. Good. Like that. Nice. I like the setup. It's looking very clean actually. Surprisingly clean for no planning really. Perfect. Finally the steel pipes. Let's go here. Steel pipes. We need to be making 45 divided by 2. Good. Put it on that side. There we are. And so that is iron handled here. Let's merge here. Good. Then we just need to figure out how to route it back to that place, but that should be the easier part, I guess. Is there anything else we want to make here? I'm gonna hide the notepad because I don't think it needs to be on screen anymore. Let's see. So, well, we're also 3 hours in, so it is about that time to finish up for today, sadly. But I do want to think a little bit about what to do here. So, is there quartz nearby? Not super nearby. Not at all nearby. Okay, up there. Sure. What about copper? Copper should be quite close. Maybe not. Here? Okay. Yeah, so this will be all of our iron, I think. Okay, good. I mean, it's looking very nice. I like it. So, yeah. But I think we would want to finish here for today. That also makes it so that there won't be another ad, because that's coming up in like 11 minutes from now. So I think it's a good time to finish up. But well, welcome welcome back. Yeah, I've just been saying that it's probably time to finish up for today. Yeah. It happens. It happens. Welcome to the community, Tristan. I appreciate you coming by and also following and being active in the chat. I hope you had a great time. Yes, thank you, Nax. See you next time. I'll let you know that I stream daily on the weekdays only, and I stream Satisfactory on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But this is something that I also have to tell you guys about, because from this Friday and onward, I sadly cannot be streaming, because it's a little complicated, but I am currently unemployed in my country. That means that I do receive some benefits from being unemployed, and because I receive benefits, the government forces me to do some things sometimes. And in this case, for the next 4 Fridays I have, including this one coming up, I do have to go and have a talk with the job center, pretty much. So, and that conflicts with my streaming schedule, sadly. So, yeah, Fridays for the next 4 weeks will be an off day. I talked a bit to Breadboy about possibly playing some Deep Rock Galactic, maybe with him. Maybe that could happen on the weekend instead. That could be fun. Yeah, real life obligation, and that's... Yeah, and I can't do anything about it because I am unemployed. I'm receiving benefits from the system. I cannot just tell the system, well, I don't have time, because they know that I do have time, right? I cannot say, no, I don't want to go, because then they will just take the benefits from me. So it's like, okay, it's just how it is. It's strict, but there's of course it's strict. I mean, I'm receiving benefits from being unemployed, so it's understandable in some ways. So yeah, that means I will have to adjust my schedule also on Twitch here. But I do end off every stream raiding another small channel, so stick around. Maybe you will find someone new to talk to, and yeah, to have fun watching. And well, I will see you guys in their chat also. So let's try to find someone. And yeah, same here in Germany. So full understanding from my side. Yeah, I wish it wasn't conflicting with my schedule, but at the same time, it is what it is. I knew that something like this could happen. Yeah. And now it happened. So, oh well. Let's see, Satisfactory streamers. So I'm always gonna send you guys to Satisfactory streamers, and know that every small streamer really enjoys raids, because it brings in a bunch of people to their channel. I could raid Breadboy. The thing is that I have already raided Breadboy before, but I mean, he's a fantastic person and everything, and I also want to support him, but I also want to disperse a little bit sometimes. But maybe that's just where we go today. I like that idea. Let's go there. Let's say hi to Breadboy. That's a friend of the channel, so... But just know I won't be raiding Breadboy every time. I just think it makes sense this time around. Okay, see you in Breadboy's chat. Have fun. Enjoy. And have a great rest of your day. It was a fantastic stream today. Thank you for all the support, and thank you Plump for also subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you Tristan for coming in. And thanks for everyone who came with the raid. Goodbye. See you.